okay, maybe you can actually show somebody who has not the lab equipment and we at our university have how to build it, and do it much cheaper than we do with our grant proposals and all the money that has to be involved always. Yeah, I mean, this is really something that annoys me about the research, that you know that the Labware is actually not that difficult, but you have to buy it. You have to spend thousands of euros.
And also getting a better understanding of what people in universities or in academia in Africa are dealing with, and what we could take for granted. So, for example, if I'm sitting in Berlin and I'm developing a kind of equipment, and I do it mostly because I need it, but also in the back of my mind there's this idea that maybe it's useful to other people. But without an understanding of the coding skills you can assume, and the sourcing of materials you can assume, it's kind of, you're designing for an imaginary person that may not exist. And getting a better understanding of the actual people who work with that and what kind of skills and resources they have might help in the future when I'm developing other pieces of lab equipment, to keep that in mind. And maybe, for example, not go for 3D printing, because we've learned here that it's still a big hurdle, and instead base the design more around woodworking and metalworking and laser cutting skills.
Yeah, this is probably the most important thing I will take from the workshop, the documentation. Actually, I didn't like the documentation, that we had to do it that thorough, but in hindsight, this is basically what's missing about my work before, to make it really open. So I did a lot of stuff before, but I never really documented it, and then nobody can do anything with it. So I still have to improve, but I think this workshop made, like, in my mind, the first steps to improving the documentation of my work and stuff. Yeah.
Be more aggressive about picking people's brains, and maybe get more practice arguing with people on the internet, or finding fora like Reddit, and there's lots of places where people discuss technical details, and just be really aggressive about getting what you need out of it. The cockroach, the giant cockroach.
Oh.
The giant cockroach. Giant cockroach.
Well, the one team needs a cockroach to do their measurements, and they expressed their concerns that they may be not able to get one. And then we were standing outside drinking coffee, and then a giant cockroach crossed our way, and Dylan jumped with his coffee mug and caught it, and we brought it back to the team, and I think they got some measurements out of the cockroach.
But first, everyone was standing around this huge jar with this huge cockroach. Oh my God! What are we going to do? Is it going to suffocate? Should we open the lid? No, it's going to push up the lid. We should place something on it. Should we give it a cookie? Let's drop a cookie in there. Oh, look, it's eating the cookie. So it was very exciting. The cockroach.